Alright, so Hotep?
Hotep.
Hotep?
Hotep.
Alright. I'm Kevin Preko. I'm president of the Pan-African Student Union and the Threads Fashion Club. And I'm glad to see everybody here today. You know, the weather is busting. Like, I expected this to be freezing, but we're here. And seeing all y'all faces out here, like, really shows me how much of an advocate each and every one of y'all are for Black empowerment. So, when I first came to Kean, one of the things that really caught my attention was Black History Month, because this campus, like, sort of completely changed and transformed. It was different. It almost felt like I went to a different school for a month. Like, there was so many poetry slams every week, speakers at RA programs, people were having live events and performances. There was Black Love Affair. Like, y'all familiar with Black Love Affair?
Yes.
As you should. It's coming soon. It was like everywhere I turned, there was like some Black empowerment going on, and it left me with like real warm feeling. But like the only weird thing was, like, as soon as March came around, it was, I'm not gonna say it disappeared, but like it was like people, it like dwindled. Like it was like, all right, Black History Month's over, you know, I'm done advocating, I'm done throwing the performances. And so I'd definitely like to change that, because even though we go to a predominantly white institution, res life tends to feel like a HBCU, like from the culture to the atmosphere. Like y'all agree with me? Like when it comes to campus life, it's like completely different from like the day to day. And so you know, I feel like the time is now. You know, we have to build up our leaders. Like, look around you. Like, you could be the person to influence your neighbor to be the next MLK or Kathleen Cleaver, or even the next plastic president. You know, like, we all have influence on each other. You know, Black History Month doesn't only have to be a month. Like, our Black advocacy doesn't have a measurement of time. You know, it's 24/7 all the time. So I feel like we have to keep the momentum going throughout the school year, and it starts with us. We have the drive and the influence to keep the people interested in events that benefit our people. And we have the power to reach, to not only make a difference on our campus, but the world we live in. And that is all I have to say. Thank you.
Alafia and Hotep. For those of you who don't know, before I do the libation, both Alafia and Hotep means peace. Actually, Hotep actually means to be at rest, to be satisfied, so that you know what those words mean. To begin every ceremony in which African people are involved, you call this Black History Month, I call this African History Month. I do not sever those ties. I make sure that we all understand that we are still African people, and I'm hopefully you understand that the term African and African American means that you're an African. So let's begin libation. I'm going to make this very, very short. We pour libation to honor African gods and goddesses. Ashe. Everybody say Ashe. Ashe. We pour this libation to honor African ancestors. Ashe. We pour this libation to honor African traditions. Ashe. We pour this libation to honor African elders upon whose shoulders we stand. Ashe. We pour this libation to honor all those Africans who shed their blood in our liberation struggle. Ashe. We pour this libation to honor the living, the dead, and the yet unborn. Ashe. Before we continue, if you have any ancestors in your family that you want to honor, please name them right now. Anybody, doesn't even have to be in your family. I'll begin. El Haj Malik Shabazz, better known as Malcolm X. Ashe. Anybody else? Please say something. Jan, say something. Ashe. Ashe. Anybody else? This is where we honor our ancestors.
Martin Luther King.
Ashe. Ida B. Wells. Ashe. 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 Hubert Hemi Harrison. Ashe. Monroe Trotter. Ashe. Sojourner Truth. Ashe. Harriet Tubman. Ashe. Shaka Zulu. Ashe. Dingan. Ashe. And many, many others. Ashe. And finally, we pour this libation to honor ourselves to make sure that this month is, as the brother said, not just a month, it's every day, to make sure that we instill in ourselves an understanding of our history and culture so that we know where we were, where we are, and where we're going. Ashe? Ashe? Ashe. Yom.
Good afternoon, Kean University. Staff, students, Dr. Conyers, and Assemblyman Jalen Holley, It is an honor for me to have this opportunity to stand here and speak to you all. I am extremely excited to continue learning and advancing as a young and proud African American. In my eyes, this day represents a formal beginning to 2019's Black History Month. I am glad to share this moment with you. Black history is world history. Its roots are too deep and centuries too full and rich to be appreciated and understood in only a month's time. With that being said, this month will be spent in reflection, recollecting upon our great history in Africa, the motherland and origin of all mankind. From some of the first civilizations in Africa ever recorded, to Mansa Musa, the African emperor, a man regarded as the richest person who has ever lived, we as African Americans have so much to be proud about. My name is Caleb Lewis. I serve as the Executive Vice President of Student Government. On behalf of myself, student government, and the students here at Kean University, I present this daishiki to Mr. Jalen Holley. I received this daishiki while in Rwanda, Africa in 2015. It's an African garment. It is a symbol of prosperity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Kean. How are you? Well, first let me start off before I let you know who I am. I am a graduate of Kean University. I graduated here in 2006. I do want to recognize our Vice President of Student Affairs, Ms. Janice Murray, to come forward a little bit here. But I stand before you as the first African American state representative here in the state of New Jersey to represent the 20th Legislative District, which includes Union Township. I'm also, in 2004, became the youngest mayor ever elected here in Union County. And after leaving mayor, I went on to the state assembly, being the first African American. So for me, Black History Month is important because the role and the recognition that has been given upon to me, I know that it was my ancestors who laid the foundation for me to even be in these positions. And also for individuals, as I look across this campus, there were many ancestors who fought very hard to you to have an affordable education as well. And so what my thought process is in terms of what roles that I play is, and the message I want to give to you today is responsibility. We all have a responsibility as individuals to give back, because just like it was given to us to have these opportunities, and I know that some of you the first in your families to even go to college, for me that was the same. And so we have a collective responsibility to give back to the community. And when I mean give back to the community, I mean running for public office, so that those individuals who come behind you have representation to ensure that they get a good education. What I mean by responsibility is, how many of you are advising young men and women in your collective communities to ensure that sometimes those troubled kids are not falling by the wayside, and give them an opportunity to succeed like many of you are? How many of you are interning in places where you can give back? How many of you are volunteering in community service food banks? With the crisis that was just upon us with the government shutdown, how many of you have actually gone to the food bank to try to assist? So when I say responsibility, I mean that it's not just about you and it's not just about me. It's about all of us collectively having a responsibility to give back. And all of you are, I know, sure, are on your way in terms of your own careers, but whatever career you choose, whether it's music, whether it's politics, whether it's government, whether it's education, you all have a responsibility to give back. And that's my message to you today, because it's important that we allow those that are coming behind us to have good representation, just like it was given to you and I. So I want to thank Khalib for that dashiki. Khalib is doing a phenomenal job here at Kean University as the vice president. And how were you all liking the campus? I mean, from the time that I went here, this campus has definitely grown. How about all of you? Do you enjoy the campus? Yeah? You're just trying to get your education and go, huh? But as I close, use me as a vessel. And I always tell students when I come here and talk to them, whether it was when I was teaching here or moments like this, is that use me as a vessel. As your state representative, I am here to help you on achieving your next level of success. And so my office is right here in Union, right on Stuyvesant Avenue, across from the Union Movie Theater. But use me as a vessel to help you get to where you was, because just like I reached out to get to those places that I wanted to go, somebody had to help me. And as a Kean graduate, I want to do the same thing for all of you. So good luck in your new semester, and I wish you all the best of luck as you graduate when you graduate. God bless you all, and thank you, Khalid, for the invitation. Thank you.
And now I'd like to ask you to all join us in the observation of raising our flag, and afterwards to come to the atrium for food, as well as a glimpse of our history.